Hello, this is Roxana Buzon, and this is my progress portfolio about my second business English exam, Market Gap. So, in this case, the first question is, how did you do during your group progress? A, your contribution. So, about my contribution during my group process, I would say was great and was equal according to my other partners' contribution. I work with partners I've worked before, so we know each other and we know about the abilities of each other. So we distribute the work to do according to or taking into account what each of us is good at. So mainly I focus on searching the sources and the resources we needed for our presentation. B, your participation. My participation in my group process was active. We were constantly texting through chat. We also had Zoom meetings to prepare the information and the slides as well. We prepare like a week or a week and a half before the presentation day with time, so we could see how could we improve before the presentation. See your learning development. So as I said, I mainly focus on searching for resources, and in that process I had to read from newspaper, maybe scientists portfolios and that type of data. And in that process I learned more about what we were talking about solar systems, and for being more specifically about the sodium ion batteries. And I learned through pictures, I learned by reading, also by watching videos to understand better, and I socialize with my partners, and each one of us share their our own thoughts, and we learn from the searching process of each other. Letter D, your language development. So about my language development, I would say it was appropriate. Of course it can improve, but I would say it was appropriate during the script of our presentation, the slides as well. Of course it can get better by making bigger our vocabulary in general, but I would say it was appropriate and accurate. The second question is, what are three things you believe your professor would have said about your development during the process, and how do you know? So I would say first, my professor would have said show responsibility with the activity, the market gap analysis, and the presentation. We were ready for the day we had to presentate, and we took into account most of the things that were required. Second, I would have said I think my professor would have said to me and my group that we distribute our work equally and that we are a great team, since we get good along with each other while working, and we had a good result of our work. And not a good thing, but I think my professor would have said to me that I could improve the quality of sources I use, and that I could have include more sources like analytics or images to my presentation, so I could convince my partners to invest in our idea. And the third question is, if you had the chance to make change to your development, what would you do? So as I mentioned before, I focus more on the part of searching for the sources, and I think I could improve the quality of sources. Maybe not use only sites, but use images or analytics, and maybe be more graphical so my partners could understand more. The topic we chose was solar energy. It was a hard topic. Maybe we don't talk about solar energy all the time, so maybe I had to have that into account and to show more images so my partners could understand more about what the presentation was about, and to include also competitors in the market and actual prices, new prices, and to talk more about our idea with numbers, so then you can understand more about our presentation. I think this would be all, and thank you so much for listening.